I think the machinery in government stinks. And I'm not going to hold back on that one. They are too satisfied in their position. I'm standing in an area, just, that's my sister, just 40 feet from where I was born.
So how do you think the elections are going to go, Mr. Derrick?
In general or specifically in Chateaubelair, North Leeward?
Let's begin with North Leeward.
Well, North Leeward is close. We're not talking about, let's say, 1% will decide who is going to gain political office. Okay?
And what for you are the issues here in North Leeward?
Specifically for me, it's about the quarry, local democracy, and a lack of consultation. I want to see local government, no matter what party. And I think it's a betrayal of the ordinary people when you do not have local democracy and local government. So that's fundamental for me. Local government and proper consultation and representation.
What about the quarry?
Well, of course, the quarry is illegal. And those people in the physical planning board, they have to account. They have betrayed their office and the people. They know that. And I'm not going to let up on the quarry. It is illegal. And most specifically, the deal that they had for their, oh my God, it's much to be desired.
And what about the national elections? How do you think the national elections are going to go?
I think in general, that is borderline as well. That's my personal view. It's basically, it is too close. And I think the opposition should have been in a more commanding position, you know, but they haven't gained that. However, what will be, will be. But I think all I want, at the end of the day, a peaceful outcome.
Speaking of which, do you have a preferred outcome?
A preferred outcome? I think my comrade, my good friend, Dr. Gonsalves, he's a bit tired, okay? And he's had a good innings, 25 years. So I think let us try the NDP at this stage, okay? You see, I think the machinery in government stinks. And I'm not going to hold back on that one. They are too satisfied in their position, okay? And you get that from any society, any government that are entrenched. So you don't actually, after a time, need a dialectical movement to bring about certain fundamental change. I think equally, I am very unhappy what I see with Trinidad. We can't be in no conflict with the government of Trinidad, okay? And align ourselves totally to our comrades in Venezuela. Okay, I support the brothers and sisters in Venezuela, but I'm a realist. I do not want to see American warships in our region and in our borders. I know what they can do. I know what they can do. And some people might think that they can't invade Venezuela. They don't study politics. They don't study the art of war. They don't study all the Chinese revolution. And no. But
let's bring it back home a little, right? You said you would like to see the NDP in. Have you traditionally been an NDP supporter?
No. Well, in 1984, I did support the NDP. Mm-hmm. And of course, myself and James West Mitchell and the NDP were extremely close. Okay? But after a while, I abandoned them for my comrade, Dr. Gonzalez, because he had a vision to take us forward. And everything through a dialectical process is only for a time. So you have to move on. Okay?
So when did you stop supporting him?
Well, let me say, I stopped supporting the rhetoric about consultation with that quarry, because there was no consultation with the quarry, and it's like we're going back in the past.
So if you don't mind me asking, did you support the ULP in 2015
Of course,
and in 2020?
yes,
So it's just this election that you're not supporting?
because of this quarry, I have great reservation. No way I can support a quarry in our community. I've brought to our people a consciousness of the 1773 treaty. When you talk about creating a new constitution, you have to include the 1773 treaty.
What is that treaty about?
Well, it's a treaty that was signed by the paramount chief, Chateaubriand, okay, with the English.
And what does it entail?
It entails the independence, the formation of this society. It is where St. Vincent was split into two halves. The northern half from Chateaubelair go round to Georgetown, and the southern part was for the English and the European colonialists. And if we're talking about modern independence, we have to start off with the 1773 treaty. If you can't support that, you're not going to get me with you.
Do you mind if I ask you your name?
My name is Clem Derrick.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Derrick.